You probably trust your insurance company. Most people trust their insurance companies until they find out that they've been lied to, misled, misrepresented, lowballed, or outright denied the help they desperately needed. But what if I told you that the insurance rep that's calling you isn't your friend? He's actually your enemy, and he's trying to screw you over. I'm Chaz Roberts, and today I'm going to tell you what insurance companies don't want you to know and how you can fight back. If you've been in a wreck or someone you know has been in a wreck, hit the subscribe button. You need this information before it is too late. The first thing you need to know about insurance companies is, despite what they say on commercials, they are not on your side. They are the wolf dressed in grandma's clothing, and you are Little Red Riding Hood. The more money they pay you, the less money they make. The less money they pay you, the more money they make. So when they seem sweet and sincere, it's all a tactic. It's a ploy to get you to say things and do things that they want. They're highly trained. They know what they're doing. Go into this knowing that they are not on your side, and you will be more powerful knowing who your enemy is. The next thing that insurance companies don't want you to know is that every single phone call is being recorded. In fact, they actually tell you that this phone call is being recorded. That's not just a formality. They will use that phone call against you. So if you say I'm okay, or if they ask you if you're hurt and you're not hurting at that particular time, and you say, no, I'm not hurt, that will be used against you. They may ask you a question about like what body parts are hurting, and you forget to mention that your neck is hurting and you only talk about your back. That statement can be used against you later on in litigation if it gets that far. So you need to be mindful that every single thing you tell an insurance company from start to finish is being recorded, and what you say can and will be used against you. Another thing insurance companies won't tell you is their first offer is just a trap. It's a low ball settlement offer. It does not encompass the total value of your case. They're going to throw you $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,500 quick. And you're thinking, wow, this is easy money. There's a reason they're doing that. They want to close their file, and they're going to make it easy for you. They'll email you something and you can DocuSign it. Boom, you get a check in the mail. Too good to be true. Well, there's a reason they're doing that. It's because your case is probably a lot bigger than that. And so they want to get you off the hook by paying you some lowball money and settling away all your rights when you might have had a much bigger case. So never accept the early settlement from an insurance company. Always talk to a lawyer before you accept anything, because you might have a much bigger case. Another thing insurance companies don't want you to know is they know you are vulnerable. After a wreck, you're scared, you're in shock, you're worried about your car, you're worried about not being able to get to work, you're hurting, things are in disarray. They know you're vulnerable and they can take advantage of you. So they're gonna call you when you're off guard. They may call you at lunch, they may call you after hours, they may call you when you least expect it. They're gonna call you when you're vulnerable because you're not thinking clearly, and you're gonna make rash decisions, like settling your case away like I just talked about. They will not tell you what your claim is actually worth. It is not their job to educate you. Remember, they are the enemy. They want to lowball you. So they're not going to tell you that you deserve to have a rental, that you have a diminished value claim for what your car is now worth after being in a wreck. They will not tell you that you deserve future medical treatment and lost wages and future lost wages and emotional distress and pain and suffering. They are not going to tell you those things. So you should always talk to a lawyer, because you got to remember, they want to pay you the least amount possible. So why would your enemy arm you with information that could be used against them? They will not tell you that they track your social media. So congratulations, you got a new follower. It's Jake from State Farm. You don't want that follower. Trust me. You could be on a cruise with your boo. You could be in the Bahamas with your boys. You look like you're living your best life. They're going to grab those pictures and videos and use that against you. One day they could show a jury, hey, this person really wasn't that hurt, or this person wasn't suffering because they're living their best life. Stay off of social media from the time you get in a wreck till the time you settle your case. You do not want social media videos and pictures used against you in your case. And look, insurance companies don't want you to know that you have way more power than you think. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to provide them information. You have the power to hire a lawyer, and a lawyer could be the filter to deal with the insurance company. And so it protects you. You do not have to communicate with the insurance company. As we talked about earlier, what you say can and will be used against you. You feel like you have to communicate with them. You really don't. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of power to hire a lawyer, get the most money you can from your case, and not talk to them. Now that you really know what's going on behind the scenes, know that you don't have to go into battle alone. And if you missed my last video, go check it out. Things you should never say after a car wreck, because what you say or don't say could really make or break your case. I'll see you there.